Hey my people, I have a good one today for you. In today's video, I'm going to cover 5 questions that you need to answer if you are thinking about buying property, or if you are thinking about building your dream home or creating an investment property. These questions are crucial. The first thing you want to start with is, why are you doing this? Are you creating a safe space for your family? Are you investing for retirement? Are you building generational wealth? Now, for me, I am doing this for all 3. But what is your why? And why is it important to understand your why as you go on this journey? Your why will keep you motivated. And so even when it becomes absolutely challenging, dealing with workmen if you're doing constructions, or dealing with the bank turning you down for a loan, or dealing with the challenges that just comes with life in pushing through, having your why will keep you going. I can't tell you how many times, on this journey of building this property, that I have faced times when I said, wow, this is becoming overwhelming. This is becoming a lot. But I'm telling you, having my why keeps me focused and keeps me going. So today, I am inviting you to take a piece of paper, write it down. Why am I doing this? So that when you feel despair, you can go back, you can check on it, and you can keep going. The next question, of course, is, who are you doing this for? Is it for your family, your immediate family? Is it for yourself? Is it for your parents? Is it for generations to come? This will keep you accountable. If you are doing this for a particular person or group of persons in your life, and you know who they are, and you know they are dependent on you, and you know they're looking forward to seeing this project be successful, that is going to keep you going. Because if you're doing it for your family is going to come to you and say, well, how are you, where are you with this initiative, how far are you going, have you done this, have you done that, just to keep asking you those questions so they can get updates. And that is a form of accountability to ensure that you're still on the right path. So who is it that is driving the need for your why? Now let's talk about the what. What are you trying to achieve? This will determine your scope. Are you building a family home? Are you buying investment property? Are you going to be doing an Airbnb, short-term rental, other long-term rentals? What are you trying to achieve? It's important to have scope, because scope says, this is my goal, this is what I'm going after. And that keeps you focused and also says to you, what are you willing to spend, right? Scope will determine budget. Scope will say, okay, I'm building a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, living dining room. That is what I'm building. And that is what I'm going to be focused on for the next 1 or 2 years. So what is your scope? It's not enough to just be building a house. You're not sure how many bedrooms, you're not sure how many bathrooms, you're just building a house. Sometimes I see people construct property, and how the property is arranged, it seems as if, probably they wake up one year and say, what, let me add a room here, let me add another room there, let me add a kitchen there. There's no plan. So you need a scope in terms of what it is you're trying to achieve. Of course, scope impacts how much you're willing to spend. Is this a $5 million project? Is it 10 million? Is it 15? Is it 20? All of that will be impacted by scope. I have a philosophy where I think you should start small and eventually implement big. There's nothing wrong with building in stages. Building in stages allows you to learn lessons from the previous phase. So there's nothing wrong with that. So as a part of your scope, you have to say, okay, this is what I want to do, and this is how much I'm willing to spend. Another important question to answer is when. What is the timeline you're working on? Is this project going to last a year, 2 years, 3 years? When do you see this finishing? Because it's all good to have goals, but if goals are not bounded by time, then you may find yourself in a position where you never finish this project, right? Of course, that is impacted by your pocket, it is impacted by how much money you have, etc. But you need a when. So for me, my timeline was originally 3 years. But now I've seen me extended to a 4-year and change timeline in terms of construction. Now, while it is outside of the scope that I originally set in terms of a timeline, you know what? It does keep me motivated to keep going, because I'm like, you know what? I missed the 3-year, but I don't want to stray too far from the 3 years. I want to get to as close as possible to that target. So you should say when as well. So those are some important questions. No matter where you are in your journey, you need to ensure that these questions are answered, because that keeps you honest, it keeps you focused, and it is actually the recipe for having a successful project, whether that project is buying a house outright that is finished, or whether that project is building something over time. Now, the answers to these questions, make sure you write them down, because when you feel challenged and overwhelmed, go back to these questions, go back to the answers you had, and it will keep you going. We're approaching the end of 2022. I can't believe October is practically done, and we're heading to a new year. So even as you approach 2023, and if you are at the stage of dreaming and conceptualizing what it is that you want to do for your dream home or for your investment property, ensure you write these things down. My personal experience has been, when I write my goals down, they tend to be achieved. So if you are at that stage where you're like, you know what, the next 2 years, I need something for myself. The next year, the next X time I need that for myself. Write it down and write down these questions with these answers. And while you are on that journey, go back and it will fill you up. And if you feel as if you must share your why, only share your why with those persons that you know will be encouraging, those persons that will lift you up and encourage you to stay on the course. And if you don't have anybody to share it with, as usual, I recommend hustle in silence and keep it going. So until next time, my people, take care of yourself, and you can drop in the comments below, what is your why? Why are you on the journey of either building an investment property, buying a home? Is it generational wealth? Is it financial security for retirement? What is it for you? Until next time, take care.